Welcome back to the Pursuit of Yappiness podcast.
Whoop whoop.
I'm Daytona.
I'm Michaela.
And this is a podcast where we yap.
And you listen.
Yep. So listen good. Yeah. How are we?
You'll never guess what I did this morning. My brain must have just shut off, and I was driving to work on autopilot, and I drove the complete wrong direction.
How?
For like I have no idea, Daytona. I was halfway to the next town when I realized I was going the wrong way, and then I just was like, how did I get here?
Oh my gosh.
Turned around and went to work. I was only like 7 or 8 minutes late. It was only like a 7 or 8 minute detour.
Right.
But as I was driving back through town, like past the pizza place, across the railroad tracks, I was like, I have no memory of driving past these places on the way out.
That's
just
crazy.
Like fully autopiloting myself.
Oh my gosh.
To the wrong place.
Whoa. Were you in that direction yesterday?
Yeah, and I mean that direction is where the direction we go for most things.
Right.
Like my in-laws live in that direction, the shopping is that direction,
right.
Pretty much our church, all of it. And so the other way I only go for work.
Right.
And so I just wasn't thinking hard enough, and my brain was like, "Oh, car go this way." Yeah. It was very unsettling
to just like not know where you are.
Yeah, I can just be like spaced out and driving car.
Oh man.
I got to work and I was like, you guys will never guess what just happened to me. And they were like, I'm surprised you weren't more late. It's like, I know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
And I've worked this job for like 3.5 years and I've never done this before.
That's crazy.
Randomly one
gosh.
day. I don't know.
Wow. I've done that before, like gone in the wrong direction. I remember one time I got on the wrong bus my freshman year of college. And I went on the bus that comes to this town, but I didn't live in this town at the time.
Oops.
And so I remember, and I like fell asleep on the bus, and I remember waking up and being like, I don't know where I am.
I've been transported to another planet.
I was like freaking out. I called my mom. I was like, I don't know what to do. And she was like, doesn't the bus just go back to the school eventually? And I was like, oh, you're so right. And so I just waited it out, got back. It took me like 2 hours to get home. But it was
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was awful. But yeah. Well, last night I went to bed at like 8:30. Well, I didn't purposefully go to bed at 8:30.
Right.
I was just like in bed and was just a little too cozy, and I
zonked,
fell asleep, and I woke up a couple of times, but I slept for like 11 hours. And you know what? Still tired.
That's usually what happens to me when I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
I sleep for way too much.
I don't think I'm sick. I think I just am in my luteal phase.
Crashing hard.
Yeah. Yes. Crashing hard, crashing out.
Yeah.
I feel very ugly right now also, which if you're in your luteal phase and you feel ugly, it's because you are.
What?
Because scientifically, you are uglier. Like
you look the same.
No,
what do you mean?
No.
You are uglier.
Here's the thing.
Your appearance doesn't change.
It does, though. Okay. So, and all right. Many people feel they look uglier in the luteal phase, the 1 to 2 weeks before their period, due to progesterone-driven changes like skin oiliness, acne breakouts, facial puffiness, and bloating.
Okay.
These changes are obviously temporary,
and
are often more noticeable to oneself than to others.
Just like all flaws.
Yes. But it is a thing. So if you're feeling bad about yourself, I'm not saying that you should feel
It's because you are ugly.
Take heart, because it's not your fault. And it's temporary. And once you're ovulating again, you'll feel like you're on top of the world. So,
oh boy.
yeah, I feel disgusting. And I'm emotional and I'm just not having a good day.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
You're going through it over here.
It's true. And I recently was discussing this with both my therapist and my psychiatrist, but we're quite certain that I have some form of premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, which basically during like the week before your period, PMS symptoms are just like debilitating. Like, and it can make like depression symptoms where like my mental health is at its worst during this time. And so I have to just like and now that I know this, I'm like, oh, this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because
isn't that such a good feeling when someone's like, I think you have this thing, and you're like, oh my gosh, my life has changed.
Yes. And what's interesting is like I was even talking to them about like, do I even have bipolar disorder, or is it really just like this cyclical thing? Like, is it based on my cycle? And like, and if so, what can I do about it? And you know, there's so many things like hormone balancing, like supplements and stuff like that. I know like birth control can help also, which I'm not opposed to that, whatever. Anyways, talking about my medical history for all to hear. But, you know, we're all friends
Hey,
here.
it might help somebody.
We're all friends here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel more people have it than like, I forget. I feel like I read a statistic recently that was like a pretty significant portion of people have, like higher than you would think.
And of course it's like chronically understudied.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You don't know about it.
Yeah, 8% of women of reproductive age, which I feel like that's like a low estimate. Because I just feel, because this says 1 in 20. So 1 in 20 would be
a fifth.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry. I'm doing that backwards.
1 in 20, is that 5%?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that 1 in 20 sounds, that's the thing that is with like statistics. You can swing anything to make it sound higher or lower depending on like the stats that you give. Because 1 in 20 sounds like more than 8%, like a lot. Even though it's technically less. Anyway, all that to say, I just feel that there are a lot of people who struggle with it and just like don't know. It's definitely underdiagnosed, and doctors just don't take you seriously because they're just like, oh well, that's part of having female anatomy. Like, oh well, get over it. Cry about it. So it's like, I will
because I'm biologically forced to.
So yeah, really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, speaking of weird percentages, so we were talking about this the other day. My doctor told me that 20% of people have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I was like, there's no way that's true. I Googled it.
Yeah?
And it's 0.2%, not 20%, which is 1 in 500.
Oh my gosh.
So either I was in a state of shock and I misheard her.
Yeah.
Or she just got her numbers mixed up.
Maybe she meant like they're just not diagnosed.
Or maybe she meant 20% of people with a mobility like a hypermobile
disorder. Yeah.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm on a journey, for those of you who don't know. I'm pretty sure I have some kind of hypermobility disorder. And tomorrow I have my first appointment with a physical therapist who specializes in such things to try to figure out how to like make my life less painful. And I had a dream the other day that I was the whole dream was just me on my phone Googling stuff. And I had a dream about what's it called? Thoracic outlet syndrome.
What is that?
Which is a thing where it causes vascular or neural compression at the neck or shoulder.
Okay.
So that when your blood tries to get out of your thorax, your torso, and into your limbs, it like struggles.
Okay.
Right? And people who have EDS frequently also have thoracic output syndrome.
Oh.
I had only ever heard of this one other time, and it was back when I was in like high school, and I completely forgot about it. And then I had a dream that I Googled it, and then when I woke up, I actually Googled it for real, and I was like, oh, I should ask the physical therapist about that.
What, like, have you what are like the symptoms of it?
Joint instability, subluxations, and muscle spasms. So sorry, those are the things that Ehlers-Danlos syndrome gives you, and then it causes the compression that has trouble with blood loss. It results in pain, numbness, and tingling in the limbs. So like, you know, if you sit like on the toilet for too long, and your legs start falling asleep.
Right.
Basically, for me, it's mostly in my arms.
Yeah.
But that happens to me in my arms, just like for no
reason.
And I often fall asleep while I'm sleeping. I put my arms above my head, like I'm doing the YMCA, and I wake up and my arms are completely like I can't feel them at all.
Right. Do you have? I have a thing where my hands like don't work in the morning.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yeah, I have a medication I have to take first thing in the morning, and I had to take it out of its like child-proof cap container because my hand strength was so bad in the morning I couldn't like open the bottle.
Yes.
But yeah, so and basically like if I sit with my arm raised in a certain way for too long, I lose like my fingers start getting tingly, but it's like not the way a normal person, like it's not like my blood flow is being cut off because I'm like sitting on my hand or something. It's like just a normal position that a normal person could be in, but I'll just like lose feeling in my fingers.
Yes.
And when I say for too long, I mean literally like 30 seconds.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, wow, my subconscious was really trying to tell me something. It was like, you should get on your phone and Google these things so that when you go to the doctor, you can ask them about it.
That's crazy. Yeah. I feel like I need a new doctor because I just,
yeah, she doesn't seem like she's been super helpful.
No, my like mental health team is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Love them, but medical doctors, I just can't seem to catch a break.
Yeah.
It just feels that nobody knows what's wrong with me, or nobody cares enough to figure it out.
They just don't spend enough time.
I know.
Like they're in and out of the room, tippity tapping their notes, and they're just like, okay, see you later. Like,
and like literally the last time I was there, she went on Google when I asked her about something and Googled it in front of me and was like, is this what you're talking about? And I was like, girl, like, yes,
what am I paying you for? I can Google this.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yes, me and Google, we spend a lot of time together. I'm familiar. So yeah,
it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
To look in. Well, we have a few friends who work in the medical field. Maybe they can give you the name of somebody good.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? So I think this episode is just medical mysteries. But like for me, I feel constantly like, I don't know, like sitting on my hands is actually very comfortable for me. Like the compression feels good. And I don't know why, like just, and I always have my hand behind my head like this, or like, I don't know. I can't just like sit normally.
No,
otherwise
that's a hypermobility
it
thing. Not
feels
being able
like
to sit normally.
it feels like I just
Your
can't.
nervous system is gonna freak out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And so like sitting on my hands is like helpful because
It's
I'm
the
like
sensory input,
yes,
like the deep pressure. Yeah.
like thank goodness.
Yeah.
And so
the hand behind your head thing, I do the sort of, elbow up on something, head
Yes.
resting on my hand.
Yes.
It's because when you're hypermobile, your neck muscles and like joints and ligaments aren't strong enough to hold up your head.
That makes sense because
I
I
definitely
often
have
like
that
lean
problem.
up against my head.
My
as I'm
posture
doing
is
this.
horrendous.
Oh, same. It's so bad. And I feel like she was talking about hypermobility because I think a lot of people do have it and just like don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
I was just like so shocked that she was like, yeah, that sounds right. That I completely didn't like process what she was saying properly.
I really need to see this doctor of yours because I just would like someone like that.
And was she the same? No, it was her predecessor when I was like, I think I might have TMJ. She like put her hands on my face and was like, open your mouth. I opened my mouth and she goes, yep, that's TMJ.
Yeah.
Like,
is it just like
yeah.
Yeah,
well, it
same.
just like pops every time I open my jaw.
Same.
Like I can't just open it smoothly.
I wonder if the microphone picked it up. But yeah, mine goes.
Yeah. And it also doesn't open, like both sides don't.
Yeah,
at the
like
same
it kind
time.
of like goes off to the side and then straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It's very strange.
Anyways.
Sometimes I feel like I was put together with spare parts.
Yeah. Yes. Like, have you seen the movie Robots?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Robots.
Yes, like the
I thought you said
children's
real bots.
No. Robots,
Yes, Robots.
the children's
Yes,
movie.
yes.
And it's like the poor robots
Yes.
are put together with spare parts. Yes,
Yeah.
we were put together with spare parts.
Literally. When God was making me, he was like, dang it. I had some extra loose wiggly ligaments around here somewhere. Stick them in this one. Ugh,
Chronic knee
jeez.
dislocation. Let's give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now that we spent 20 minutes talking about
Hey,
our medical
maybe
history,
somebody out there knows
we're
something
spreading
useful.
awareness. We're spreading awareness.
Maybe somebody, if you're, in Mongolia and you have a useful tip about any of the things we've mentioned.
It's interesting because so we have like a small percentage of Mongolian views, but Singapore, we like 7% of our listens are from Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're from Singapore and you have a tip, email
seriously.
us.
Yikes.
Yeah. Shout out to Singapore. I have no idea. I don't know who's
Unless
listening.
it's just a popular VPN location.
I
or
know.
something.
I really think that these are just VPNs. I don't know if people.
It
in
doesn't
other
matter
countries-
where you're listening from. You should email us and tell us where you're listening from because we
Yes.
want to know.
We wanna
where, just like the country. You don't have to give us your address.
Well, yes, of course.
Because we're very curious. And also, if you're using a VPN, let us know.
Yeah. Because I feel there's somebody out there who it's definitely a VPN. I don't know. Do people in Singapore find the Pursuit of Yappiness podcast to be interesting? Apparently.
I mean, it would probably just be like one person randomly discovered it and
Yeah.
then was like, hey, I'm listening to this podcast and gave it their friend.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know. 7% is probably like 2 people at this point. We don't
Yeah.
have that many listeners.
No, we don't. We do not. But hey, somebody's listening.
Yeah.
And I have faith one day it's just gonna blow up.
Yeah.
And
We'll do a certain episode about some specific topic that goes viral.
yeah. Yes. Anyway. Did you see okay. I'll preface this by saying live action remakes are
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss, yeah. I know they're a widely debated topic. They're very controversial. Some of them, I'm like, this was unnecessary. For example, How to Train Your Dragon. We did not need a live action of that. Because the whole thing was just CGI with humans
Yeah.
Like,
that's how I felt about The Lion King. Like,
yes,
what was the
yes.
point?
What was the point? That was so dumb. No, we do not need a live action.
And
remake of
also,
The
they
Lion
didn't
King.
even manage to like make the lions like look real.
Yeah, and like it was just weird. But they are making a live action Tangled movie.
Yes. I did see the casting for that. It
Yes.
looks pretty good.
Yes, Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel.
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent choice.
The guy that they picked for Flynn, I'd never heard of him, but he looked pretty Flynn-like.
He looks accurate. Accurate.
Yeah. The
Can't
problem
speak.
is now all the protagonists are younger than us, and so all of the people that are getting cast are like new actors that we've
like
never
a baby,
heard of before.
and I've never heard of you.
Yeah, exactly. They're all like the next generation of Tom Holland.
Yes, yeah.
I saw this hilarious video. It was like a fan-made montage that somebody put together that was like Marvel actors in the 90s.
Oh.
And it was just like a slideshow of pictures of them with their like horrible 90s haircuts, wearing baggy clothes, like whatever. They were all like, you know, the main Marvel people. Mark Ruffalo, Jeremy Renner, Chris Hemsworth, whatever. And then the very end of the slideshow
was like a baby.
A video clip of Tom Holland, like 2 years old,
Aww.
just toddling around in his weird 90s jumpsuit.
That's so cute.
It was so funny.
That's adorable. He was on like, I don't know if he won like a dance competition, or he was on some televised thing when he was like a really little kid, and he was like, there's a video of him and Zendaya, and she like makes fun of him and because he's like, I don't know, 8, and he's just like, I can't really believe it, like, and
I always forget that he's British.
I know, and it's just very cute and adorable.
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything where he uses his British accent.
I don't think I have either.
I've
just like seen interviews of him and stuff. So
we recently watched a movie that had Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo in it, and it was very good.
It was so good.
Shout out to Crime 101.
It was such a good movie. I loved it.
Yeah, I was dubious because you never know if it's just going to be so like gratuitously violent that you can't even look at it. But it was very good. It was a variation on a heist movie, I would say, like with a twist. It's more introspective about the human elements of being a criminal and how it affects your psyche and your relationships.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was like, when I heard the title Crime 101, I was like, okay, it's going to be like showing all the ins and outs of like how to commit the perfect crime.
I pictured
basically.
it as having like a voiceover that was like, you know, rule number 1, rule number 2, whatever.
Right.
It wasn't even close to that.
No. And I guess they did show us like aspects of like, this is how you commit a crime and not get caught, basically. Like the fact that he just, you know, could put a car in a random parking garage and cover it up with a tarp,
and nobody asked
questions. And I was like, whoa.
I know.
And then
the part where he was like scrubbing his hair and everything to get the DNA particles off. So he didn't leave traces.
And like scrubbing his skin, and you know, crazy. And the fact that he like switches apartments every like week, and you know, it was crazy. But then truly the human elements of it all, and just like,
and it had a really heartwarming ending.
Loved it.
So good.
Loved it. It had a happy ending. Like it was great.
Heist movies very rarely do, unless they're heist comedies, but I loved it. And Chris Hemsworth, first of all, smoking hot man,
hottie boom body.
Also, I had never seen him in anything that required such nuance and subtlety.
Yeah, no.
Like he had always just been like Thor, like you know, smash monsters, whatever. But this movie, like, there was so much like facial micro expressions going on, and like really good subtle acting, and I was very impressed.
Totally.
So would recommend.
Yeah.
It's still in theaters right now, but I'm sure it'll be on some streaming service eventually.
Yeah. Excellent film. cinema.
Yeah, and then the next day we watched Zootopia 2. Wildly different vibe, but also very fun.
Oh my gosh. I can't stop thinking about that one line that we like.
Yes.
I was like, this is a kid's movie. Like, what the heck?
It was very
suggestive.
Sexual innuendo. Like, the children wouldn't have known, but the parents were scarred forever.
Like, what was it even? Something about, like...
Something about a threesome and a foursome.
And a foursome?
Yeah, I don't
And it was,
remember.
like, something...
It was really, really bad.
Oh, gosh. I'm gonna get some weird search results from what I'm searching right now. But...
Yeah. It was especially weird because we had already had the conversation of like, we can't tell if these characters are supposed to have romantic undertones or not.
Takes a threesome to be something, but a 4-way to bust your doorway.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, and like in the movie he actually busted down a door with 4 people.
Right.
But it was really...
But I was just like... Whoa.
You'll have to watch the movie to get some context for that.
Like, that was crazy.
And you just know that there are 6-year-olds out there who are going to be quoting this movie.
Yeah.
And they're going to have no idea what
Not
they're
a
saying.
clue. And their parents are going to be like, don't say that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because, like, what other contexts are those words used for? Threesome and foursome?
I mean, it's anytime you have a group of 3 or 4 people, but it's been used so often in a sexual context that now that's what people think of, and so it's sort of stopped being used for normal groups of 3 or 4 people.
Right. Yeah.
Now people usually use the word trio instead.
Yes, right. Right.
But I think it used to be sort of interchangeable until one of the words got such a sexual connotation.
Right.
Because also for the 4, there isn't really an alternate word. You can't say quad because that's a polyamory thing.
That's true. What about squad?
But that's any number of people.
And a quartet, that's 5.
No, that's a quintet.
Oh, right. So you could say quartet.
Could work, but that implies playing musical instruments.
It does. Wait, yeah. I was
Which is fine.
I was like, quartet, that's 4. And then in my mind, I was like, no, that's not 4. And I was like, quattro, quarter, it's 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
But...
yeah, quintet is 5.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just the evolution of language over time.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic.
And how slang just can ruin things sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you read like old books, everybody was being gay and queer all the time, but that didn't mean the same thing that it means now.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of movies, the Oscars and the Grammys and etc. were recently.
Right.
If I were in a game of Never Have I Ever, I could probably get a lot of people out by saying never have I ever watched an awards ceremony.
Which is crazy to me. I like watching them. I won't lie. I find it just a fascinating human event. But Jake's dad watches them every year, and specifically the Oscars.
The Oscars is the movie one.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's probably the one I'd care the most about.
I like to watch the Grammys specifically when like an artist that I'm rooting for.
That's the music one?
Yes.
What's the BAFTAs? Is that TV? Hang on.
I don't know.
I remember
arts, film, theater, I don't know. Theatrical
BAFTA
Association.
Let's Google. British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Okay.
So it's the Oscars, but for
British
stuff.
People.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And then there's the Emmys, which is for TV.
Okay.
And then Golden Globes, I think, is for all of it.
And there's one for video games too.
Is there really?
I think so.
And then there's also the Tonys, which is like Broadway and theater and stuff. And if you have an EGOT,
that means you have one of each.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Game Awards is the video game one.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to remember.
Very original title.
There was a few years ago, there was an episode of Critical Role where Laura was nominated for some award, and she missed the streaming the episode because she was at the awards ceremony. And then they like went to their middle of the episode break that they always do, and when they came back she was there, and everybody was like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be getting an award? And she was like, I left.
That's funny.
And it reminded me, here another TV show I would definitely recommend is How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. It's on Netflix. It just came out at the end of February. My husband and I just finished it. It's very funny. It's by the same people who made Dairy Girls.
Oh, okay.
And it's all Irish actors, and it takes place in Ireland. And there's actually 8 actors who were in Dairy Girls who are also in this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's the
Which
same.
ones?
The girl who plays Erin is in it. The guy who plays the priest.
Okay.
Michelle's mom.
Okay.
There's some more I don't remember. But it's a girl gang show, like similar to how Dairy Girls is, but except they're adults.
Okay.
And it's the same kind of witty, bantery humor, but it's a murder mystery.
Love that.
It was so good. It's only 8 episodes.
That sounds right up my alley. Have to watch it.
I definitely would recommend. We watched 4 episodes on Saturday and 4 episodes on Sunday.
Maybe after, if you're willing to rewatch it, after we are done with The Pit, we should watch it.
I would be willing to rewatch it. However, I would say that if you watch it with someone else who hasn't seen it yet, it's really fun to like try to trade theories back and forth and like, you know, come up with what you think is going on and what you think happened.
Well, maybe I'll have to restart my Netflix subscription so I can watch that and finish Love is Blind because it's killing me and I keep seeing spoilers and I'm like, no, scroll away.
Yeah, it could be a fun little date night for you and Jake to watch it together and like try to come up with theories, because my husband and I had a lot of fun doing that. Yeah. He was like, come on, it's theory time. What do you think? After every episode.
That's funny.
So I'd be willing to watch it with you, but I wouldn't be able to participate because I know what happened.
Right. That makes sense.
But yeah, it's very good. I was alternating between like cracking up and then also being scared because the mystery parts are a little spooky sometimes.
I really like shows that have that sort of tone that are like really hilarious, but then also have serious moments. Yeah. Like the TV show Good Girls is kind of a similar vibe from what you're describing. Like it's a girl gang, a trio, and I think I've talked about it on the show before, but basically they get caught up in this whole like money laundering thing, and there's like a drug lord after them, and like there are parts that are like kind of scary and you're like, oh my gosh, they're gonna die. But they it's also just like a hilarious show at the same time. So irreverent, if you will.
Yes. I was gonna say it and then I was like, I've already used that word too many times.
But yeah, so the Oscars.
Anyway, so yeah, sorry. I was just looking at who had won because I don't really.
Oh wait, did it happen already?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? It had to have been yesterday.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm scrolling back up to the beginning of the list to see if it has a date. No, I don't know.
Oh.
But the movie One Battle After Another won like 5 or 6 of these awards. So now I feel like I need to watch it. But the one
they were in fact yesterday. Sorry.
K-pop Demon Hunters won Best Animated Film.
Oh, cute.
The one that I was like, oh, that makes me feel so good that they won. There is I think it's on Netflix. What is the category actually called? Hang on a second. Best documentary short is the category.
Mm.
There is on Netflix. It's called All the Empty Rooms.
Mm.
And it is, I haven't watched it yet because I haven't been in the right headspace, but I do want to see it. It's basically a documentary film crew went around to a bunch of the families that lost their children in school shootings.
Oof.
And like documented the children's rooms.
Whoa.
That are like still preserved, either because it didn't happen that long ago or the family just kept their room the way it was. Yeah, all the like rooms of dead children from school shootings that documented it.
Wow.
Which just sounds like it would be heart-wrenching to watch.
Yeah.
But important subject matter.
Yes, very important.
So I was really glad that they won.
Yeah.
They won that category.
Good.
And then one battle after another one. Hang on, I'm gonna count them. 2, 3, 4. Jeez, this is a long list. Yeah, they won at least 4
nice.
awards. 5, yeah. So, and everyone that they won, there was like 6 movies nominated. So
wow, yeah, Jake's dad puts together, like, he prints out a checklist basically of all the films in every category. You can find it online, but it's like a bracket basically, and you make your predictions of what you think is going to win in each category. It's fun. I've done it with
interactive TV watching experience.
Yes. Yes.
I see.
Yeah. I love a good interactive TV watching experience. Somebody put together bingo for the presidential debate before I'm sure
that was amusing.
The election in 2024. Yep, that was the election. Between Harris and Trump, and it was interesting to say the least.
I feel like that'd be very depressing.
Yeah. But it it made it more interesting to watch.
There's an episode of Game Changers, I think the Dropout streaming service. The one that has Brendan Lee Mulligan on it.
Is it called Game Changers?
Now that's just the Rachel Reid book, so I
know.
Can't, I'm not sure. I think I'm sure that's
we'll just say yes.
Game Changer.
Game Changer.
Yes, is the name of the game show.
Yeah.
There was an episode of that where they made, like, they had Brennan participate in a segment of the show with a bunch of other people, but then all of the rest of the cast and crew were backstage, and they had bingo cards, and they were like predicting stuff that they thought Brendan was gonna say during the
so
segment.
funny.
And then they had a stamp shaped like his face that they would use to mark off the things. So it was stuff like, make a reference to D&D, or blame capitalism for everything, or whatever. Just like stuff that they know he always does.
Yeah.
It was very funny. And
what would be on the pursuit of Yappy's bingo card?
Patriarchy.
Yeah. Mention the patriarchy. Mention 911.
Mention the Pit, maybe.
Yeah.
Or a movie that we've seen recently.
Yes.
Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, at this point,
D&D campaign.
D&D for sure.
Let's see. The Don'ts for Husbands book.
Or just like books in general.
Yeah.
Weird romance books.
Weird romance books. Yeah, we do
mention that a lot.
My husband told me recently that we use the word "the horrors" too much on the podcast, so we can put that on there.
That's funny. Do we really?
Apparently, we say it a lot. The need for community. Mentioning the need.
That's
for community.
true. Yes.
Girlhood.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We have our things.
Growing up evangelical.
Yes.
I feel like this is too easy. Rattling off all these things. Maybe we need to diversify a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, we are who we are.
Yeah.
And you either like us or you don't. So
I mean,
we're not for everybody.
That's another podcast. There's a podcast called Not for Everyone.
Oh, I believe that.
Which I think is funny.
That's a good title.
Oh, actually, I forgot. There's a Stuff Your Kindle Day going on right now.
Yes, there is. It's the romance book blast, right?
What's today?
The 16th.
No, the 16th is nonfiction.
Oh, nonfiction.
Romance
okay.
book blast starts on the 18th.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah.
And Uniform Madness starts on the 18th. Feature books that feature a main character who wears a uniform.
Oh, interesting.
Probably lots of sports stuff, I would guess.
Yeah, sports stuff, firefighter stuff.
Police.
Yeah. And then the fantasy book blast starts
the 20th.
In 3 days. 3 days, 6 hours, 39 minutes, and 31 seconds. There's a countdown.
Because this won't come out by then, April 15th to 18th is also an indie author collective event. We get this information from a BookBub article. If you just Google Stuff Your Kindle Day BookBub, they have an article that they're constantly updating to reflect new ones that they find out about.
Which, not sponsored, but love BookBub because I get their like daily emails of basically just Kindle books that are either discounted or free. Yeah. Most of them are like 99 cents. Right. Or like they vary between like 99 cents to like $4 or something. But it's great because I've seen books that I've wanted and been like, oh, I wasn't going to buy it because it was like $16, but now that it's only $3, I'll buy it. Which I feel that my loan for Sword Heart is going to expire before I actually get a chance to finish it. But it's only like $4 on Kindle.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh, well, that's not bad.
I had that one on loan for on hold for like 2 months before it was available. So we went to the library book sale this past weekend. Got quite a haul. Support your local library.
Yes.
You can't get any better. I mean, they sell the books cheaper than the thrift store does.
Oh, so yeah.
There's literally no other better place to get your books.
Yeah.
And you're supporting your local library.
Yes.
I literally walked in there and found a book that I had put on hold through interlibrary loan because the library didn't have it. And then I found it in the book sale and I was like, excuse me, I wanted to rent this book and you're getting rid of it.
So funny.
But whatever. So I just bought it and then told them I didn't need the copy that I requested through interlibrary loan. I'm partway through it. It's very good.
Nice.
It's called Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. It's the trilogy that's spun off from the Raven Cycle.
Right.
I literally went down. Daytona has heard about this book series so much. I think she would like it, so I keep telling her about it, and she's probably tired of it by now.
No, it's fine.
But I literally decided I wanted to read this book because I saw fan art that someone made, and I was like, that looks great.
That's really
literally
funny.
I was like Googling what series is this fan art from?
Yeah.
Can I please like figure this out? I was in the comments trying to figure out what the series was. And that's how I decided to read the book. So
it's great.
Fan artists out there, you're doing the Lord's work.
Yeah. Totally. Except for perhaps the fan artists who make art about Zootopia. You are not doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, the Lord is probably disappointed in you.
The Lord is not pleased.
It's a children's movie, for Pete's sake. Yikes.
And if you don't know what we're talking about,
good. Good. Preserve your innocence.
There's something about, like, yeah, anyways. I'm not...
We don't need to talk about that. So, in Don'ts for Husbands, section 3 is called Jealousy.
Oh boy.
And this is where the subtle misogyny comes in.
Okay.
We were waiting for it this whole time.
Yeah.
So Also racism.
Oh no.
Don't try to be a sultan. This is the West, and you can't shut your wife away from other men. Don't insult her by trying to.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's really bad. And then, don't object to a servant on the score of her looks. Your wife will take care not to engage a pretty maid if she suspects you of undue interest in her appearance.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't object to your wife going out with another man if you can't take her yourself, so long as you know and approve of the man.
What? I mean, like, as friends? Or,
yeah, I
like...
think they just mean, like, giving her a ride or something.
Oh,
not, like,
okay.
taking her out on a date.
I was like, wait, I'm confused.
Don't imagine your wife never wants to see any other man than you. However nice she thinks you, it is possible to have too much of a good thing. Don't, if you think your wife sees too much of another man, forbid her to speak to him. You will perhaps only crystallize a wandering fantasy by this method. Fill up her time yourself, take her out a good deal, and the too friendly attitude will soon die a natural death. But a woman of spirit won't be coerced.
Interesting. I mean, I guess that's not terrible
Yeah,
advice.
it's kind of like a good sentiment in a certain way.
Yeah,
because
right.
it's like, if you're attentive to your wife and nice to her, then she won't be looking for affection elsewhere.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like, it just gives this vibe of like manipulating your wife into staying with you,
right?
Which is kind of weird.
Not, like,
don't be continually telling your wife what a charming woman Mrs. Jones is, or how lucky Brown is in having a wife who can cook such dainty dishes. You can't expect her to relish having the good qualities of these other wives rammed down her throat.
gosh.
It's like, God forbid other women be good at things. I don't know. Don't throw your mother's perfections at her head, or you needn't be surprised if she suggests that you might as well return to your mother's wing. Remember that your mother was an experienced housekeeper before you were born, and that your wife is only just beginning.
I mean, that's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, not comparing your wife to your mother is always good, because your wife shouldn't be your mother. Hot
Right,
take.
exactly.
But also, there's just something about like your wife is just beginning that makes it feel icky to
Yes,
me, because
yeah,
it's like
that
you're just
part is,
expecting
like-
that she'll eventually get it
Right,
and
right.
become your mother.
Like, don't worry, she's still learning how to become your mom.
Yeah.
She'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Don't be jealous of your wife's girlfriends. If she wants to spend the day with them now and then, spare her with a good grace. Don't let her feel that you are a selfish tyrant.
Okay.
Again, a good sentiment, but also it gives the impression that like you have control
You're
over whether or
allowing
not
her-
your
yes,
wife
right.
has friends.
Right.
Don't give up all the friends of your bachelorhood. Ask them to your home, and your wife will make them welcome, whether men or women.
Yeah.
Again, agreed. But
Right.
it's not just your wife's responsibility.
Yeah.
Don't flirt with other women. Your wife may or may not be jealous, but she will certainly despise you if you do. Which just seems like duh. Like, why does that need to be in a book of advice? Huh? Don't neglect your wife because your grown-up daughter is such a charming companion.
What?
She can be a good chum to you without usurping her mother's place in your affections.
Ew.
What does that even mean?
Ew. No.
I'm like trying to figure out where I'm missing, like, ugh. Gross.
Gross. Ew.
Yeah, no, there's nothing redeemable about that.
No,
It's just
absolutely nothing. What the heck?
Don't forget to trust your wife in everything, in money matters, in her relations with other men, in her correspondence. Trust her to the utmost, and you will rarely find your trust misplaced.
I mean, that's good advice.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so odd to me that that can be in the same book as like advising men not to be chummy with their daughters.
Yeah, I don't. I'm at a loss for words.
We're gonna stop there. Section 4 is called Hints on Finance.
Boy.
Which may or may not be interesting.
What are all the sections?
I don't think there's a table of contents.
Oh, dang.
So I would have to flip through. Yeah, no, there's no table of
Darn.
contents.
All right. Well, we'll be surprised every time.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of it is like, good advice, and some of it is like,
yeah.
What?
I'm so bummed that Don'ts for Wives never showed up.
I know. I'm still gonna try to get it, but I'm probably gonna have to order it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can find like another vendor on Amazon. I just haven't looked into it.
Yeah. Speaking of ordering things online, the karaoke machine came in today. So.
Karaoke night. Very exciting.
Yes.
Is it similar to the one that we use at
yes.
What's her face's house?
Yes.
Just like a little Bluetooth speaker with microphones.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. We should come up with like a little list of songs so that people don't have to just come up with stuff out of their heads.
Yeah. We can have a list of songs, but then also
I mean, if they have an idea.
Yeah, if you're like burning to sing this song, then please perform it for us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Who are we to dampen your enthusiasm?
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about when we were talking about like a little while ago about like women's healthcare and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like, to be a man with like a 24-hour hormone cycle and how much easier that would be.
My gosh.
And then I thought of this quote that I saw earlier today. It's by A.J. Wolf. I don't know who that is, but he spoke to me. I always tell people that life isn't fair, but society should be. Life happens outside of our control. Society is a synthetic concept completely within human control. If something about society isn't fair, it is done so by design. I thought that was interesting because we were talking about, like, obviously we can't control the fact that we have different hormone cycles than men, or that our bodies do crazy stuff, but we could control the fact that like doctors could actually listen, or that research could be done, or whatever. So I thought that was very interesting. And then also it's just like when you're going about your daily life and you're thinking to yourself, life isn't fair, is that just a cop-out excuse for like, blaming your situation on quote unquote life rather than like your decisions and the things that you can be controlling to improve the situation, and you're just not doing it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Never quite thought about it like that before.
The same can be said about like, systemic racism. I mean, that's a thing. Like, all of these things that we talk about are systemic. It's not just like, yes, there are people who are racist. There are misogynists. However, our society and the way it is built is inherently systemically racist and inherently systemically misogynist and linked to the patriarchy. Like, and so, we were never meant to win.
Like, it was like that by design.
It was rigged. Yeah.
Yeah, and not to be like my grandfather's new wife, who's like, you find out later it's all rigged against you, and just like bitter and angry and like, I don't know. I like to think we don't have a bitter vibe. It's just like, it's a weird knife's edge between like recognizing that everything is indeed all rigged against you, and then being so bitter about it that you refuse to be able to like work towards any change.
And put tinfoil on your Wi-Fi router. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a line. and she's crossed it.
She's fully off the deep end. Yes.
The chemtrails.
Yeah. I'm conflicted because my grandfather passed away, and so like I probably will never speak to her again.
Right.
Which good riddance, but also I feel a deep pity for her that like she probably has no one in her life that is willing to put in the immense effort that it takes to like be a good neighbor,
right?
Like, and be a community for someone like that is so hard.
Yeah, it definitely would take a lot of work.
Yeah, but anyway,
would you like to close us out with a poem?
I have a couple. I've been getting a lot of video poems of like people reading slam poetry on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really been enjoying the ones that I've been seeing from this girl. Her name is Georgie Jones with a Z.
Fun.
She performs a lot at this channel, or is it called a channel on Facebook? I don't know. Page called Spit Nights, where it's like, you know, poetry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna read this one. It's called, I think the caption is "The Beauty of Finding Poetry in Every Little Thing" by Georgie Jones. So I'm on a second date right now, and he goes, you know, not everything is poetry. And I'm like, oh, babe, I don't know how to tell you this. That moth, for example, frenzied and full of longing, has been throwing its little moth body at the patio light for the past 10 minutes because it can't imagine a world without brightness, poetry. Or when the waitress said, ice cold, casual similes thrown into conversation through loose fingers like dice across a Monopoly board's poetry. The way neither of us ate the last chip, she's British, so it's French fry, it just sits there cold and waiting. And how love is often this, existing in the space between what we want and what we're willing to take. And then he pulls a face and I'm like, no, I'm not saying I'm in love with you. It's a second date. Chill out. What about the way people profess they are nursing a tea? Their mug, a small animal, cradled between compassionate palms. Steam rising soft as breath. That's Shakespearean, actually. The way beetroot stains your fingertips pink. The sound of creaking floorboards when nobody's walking on them, like the house just needs to clear its throat. And the bus stop, wet wood, damp graffiti, someone's blunt, anxious declaration, I was here. As if being was ever the thing, we had to prove all of it. The reflection of the moon on the Thames. The way the fridge turns its little light on when you open the door. The sound of breath leaving your body. The way this warm light is falling on your face. The fact that light is something that can fall. Isn't it all poetry? And if it isn't, well, I haven't got a clue what is.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I thought I really like a lot of her poems. I think I sent some of them to you. And then the other one that I was thinking about is called Don't Hesitate by Mary Oliver. Mary Oliver, I love a lot of her stuff.
Yeah,
but
me too.
if you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant when love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb.
Love that.
I kind of thought that the two poems were sort of related, because it's like we were talking about sort of romanticizing our everyday life and like, you know, seizing joy in the little stuff.
Mhm.
And the first poem was talking about like the way light is falling, the way the light turns on when you open the fridge,
Mhm.
a moth banging against the lamp, like two people not wanting to take the last french fry. Like those are all just tiny little moments that like might bring you joy when you see them. And
Yeah.
then Mary Oliver was like, don't hesitate to feel that joy.
Yeah.
Like
right.
don't second guess where the joy is coming from, or
Yeah.
that it's like something that isn't significant enough to be joyful, because I don't know, life is hard enough.
It is hard.
Life is hard enough without refusing moments of potential joy.
Yes. And when you allow yourself to feel those things, you're quite literally rewiring your brain. Like especially if you either struggle with just negative thought patterns or you have past trauma or whatever, when you do have those moments of joy or positivity, if you actually allow yourself to feel them and notice and,
acknowledge them,
meditate on them, acknowledge them, it rewires your brain into being able to notice more and experience even more joy and positive emotions. So it's scientific.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's the only way we're going to survive this.
Yep, it's true.
And by this, I mean life.
And yeah. Yep. Anyway, well, on that note, you know where to find us. yappinesspod@gmail.com, at yappinesspod on Instagram.
Tell us where you're listening from.
And we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.